No more Jimmy Iovine fucking trips over you. No more fucking, like, you're fucking one song away on, like, putting out shit, like, and you don't even need rap caviar. You just need to put out music, and I think the one variable, the shit that I fucking trade on is trade culture. If you're hungry, and, like, trying to think about your career, like, it's so hungry right now where you're at, young, and, like, right? And what's going through your mind, same shit that went through my mind 30 times. You saying to yourself in your mind, this project, especially with this man, this project, oh, this is what it's gonna be. This is what it's gonna happen. And guess what? It might not. I just did Apple's first show, right? will.i.am, Jessica Alba, Gwyneth Paltrow, and me. Shark Tank for apps, right? And me and my team, Dear Record Time, like, this is gonna be it. They're gonna spend 20 million, I'm gonna be on every billboard, it's gonna fucking pop, it's gonna be the next Netflix. They won't call it Apple Music, they'll change it up before it comes out. They'll buy Netflix, it'll be big, did it? Nope. They put out Apple Music, nobody here's fucking watching TV shows on Apple Music yet, it's not how we think. So, fucking 30 years I've been working my fucking face off, I'm like, this is gonna be the moment, and it wasn't. But when you know you've got it, you just go to the next thing. So I think, like, for me, if I'm in music, I wish I could rap, because I know I could be humongous, because all I would do is make music and then lay in bed for 11 hours, try to hack on social media, get in my shit, recognized, notice. You're one person away, one piece of content away. You just gotta fucking make it. And what's amazing about music, and I think everybody, I don't like speaking about shit I don't know, so I don't want to speak to it, but one thing I do know is, I believe that every artist that ever lived had a lot more songs in their fucking dome than ever saw the day of life, because of the way it worked, right? Now, everybody's fancy, everybody's trying to understand supply and demand. I don't think people understand how busy the world is. The world's so busy, there's so much shit, that I'm a big fan of telling people to put out music, like fucking every week. Like, if you got it like that, you know, some people don't have it, I don't know, but if you've got it like that, put it out. People are hungry for it, and every time you put out, that's giving you another at bat.
And it creates momentum too. Just by, it's like a fashion brand. They deliver every season.
100%.
It's like a release schedule.
But they gotta make this shit. They gotta distribute it. They gotta make that hat. They gotta make those kicks. It's slow. Like, fuck, from studio to fucking the world. It's just so crazy. I think there will be a big time artist in the next decade that puts out a song a day.
I agree with that. We did a campaign last year called Marathon Monday. We dropped the song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I saw the reaction to that. One song we dropped in the album.
100. I'm telling you right now, somebody's gonna wake up and do something called 365, and they're gonna start on fucking January 1st, and they're gonna fucking go.
Who did a versus that? Didn't Crip God do a versus that? I'll be with the song.
I mean, you gotta really have fucking talent to drop 365 songs, discipline, hunger. You gotta have a what up, my man? But if somebody, like, that'd be the first piece of advice from fucking Hove to fucking some kid right now who's never done. You think you could? I mean, like I'm telling you right now, you could, especially if you're talented, you know, somebody shitty puts out 364 whack shit, you know, you put out 39 fucking bangers, you know, another 100 like fucking solid shit, like, you can have a throwaway here and there. The reason I love 365 is you can social commentate. Like, what people love is relevance, right? Like, I don't know, do you write or do you just go from the dome?
I do both.
Right. So for me, like just culture, right? Like, Game 7 of the NBA Finals, like, you slip a little, like, nobody can beat you to the market. You're just dropping shit that everybody gives a fuck about. Something pops on fucking Instagram and everyone's talking about, just one little line, that's what hooks people. That's what hooks it, you know? Real, I mean, it's just to have that discipline and to put yourself out there, like, like, yo, I'm gonna actually do this, that's hard. It's a risk, but like, the reward, I'm all about risk reward, right? I did a sneaker, like, all upside. The sneaker I got coming out, like, if it fails, like, nobody expects a 40-year-old fucking entrepreneur to have a hot kick, right? But if it works, right? I fucking had 2,000 people at Shoe Palace on Melrose Tuesday night, and the owner walked in. He's like, "There's more people here than we dropped the Yeezys." Everybody heard that, and that's it. That's what I keep doing, right? And the best part is you just have to have humility. If there was 6 people there, I'd be like, I lost. And that's just when you get to that place where you just don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks. That's how you put out 365 music, right? Right? Because that's Sunday, February 9th, you put out something okay, and people are like, whack, whack, you should have done this project. That's when you get punched in the fucking mouth, and are you gonna fucking drink that blood and just record the next day and fucking get them? Right. Or are you gonna fold like a cheap chair and be like, fuck me? Right. So you have to have the right DNA to go for those kind of projects.
And that's what they end up respecting.
100%.
Execute.
And then all the upside, you know, like if on day 311, right? Like November, like Thanksgiving dinner, like is the hit, you know, like.
And what's crazy is it's a streaming game. So back in the day, that probably would be against that model, but it's streaming.
Of course it was against the model. You had to make 12. You got to print the fucking CDs. You got to get it to fucking Walmart, Sam Goody. Like it just didn't. It wasn't real.
Right.
Now, you know. It's just so different. Nobody's got control. It's you and the fucking kids that got it in their ear.
I think the biggest restriction is everybody thinking in the old mentality.
100%. Because there's a lot of money in the old mentality. Right. And like, you know, people are sad.
People got rich.
Are you kidding? Will, I was with Will, and he's just like, he said, music, and he was like, he was basically complaining about streaming. I was like, yo, I'm like, it's just not 1984 anymore, man. Like, sorry that you can't put out Thriller and buy a fucking amusement park, you know? Like,
I don't understand why people complain about streaming. I get more streaming, I do all streaming. I'm sure everybody do. Money-wise,
I think truth is, I don't know. I'm sure the tippy top of the sphere might have gotten, I don't know.
I think that the label, I think that what they complaining about is the label contract.
That's got them locked up, 100%.
Yep.
Direct, yeah.
Because it's a new platform.
How did your whole thing go down? When did you first like hit the scene, and then how about? I mean, you were talking about him in 2009.
That's about when.
Yeah, like, right. I remember it was 09 because we just started Vayner, yeah. And I just remember your name. Hustle is my favorite word on earth. So I was like, whoever that is, I like him.
That's crazy. Charlie Walk told me that when we signed our contract, like, Ronnie didn't do good music. I'm signing off the money.
You know what's
A&R is hard to music, but he like, fuck that, we don't do good. We don't do nothing. At the weekend, Republic is like killing shit.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's got that Haley Seinfeld or whatever. She was an actress and he signed her.
It's like 2 or 3 other heavyweights. I forgot the name. Right.
Grande, yeah.
A lot of shit over there going viral.
But I mean, basically, like, why I'm so excited you guys are meeting is, I don't think there's anyone in hip hop who could really change things like Nipsey can. And the other thing about it is, I've seen you speak a couple times, and then I've spoken to a few people in the tech world who like set up these speaking engagements or these conferences. You know, Gary just speaks all the time. When I saw him speak, it was like, I heard a lot of people say the same kind of stuff. I've never understood it until I heard him say it. And so it's like, because of your first-hand experience, and then because of your view, like your point of view, and just the way you are able to communicate to people and just have people understand things. And then like the stuff you're doing with the clothing, and then I watched the video when you went to Starbucks and you met the guy, yeah, and now he's like your CTO, and like how many rappers have a CTO, right? But when he walked in Starbucks,
Idris.
Yeah, Idris was the guy right there.
We were just having a coffee and just sitting there?
No, he was doing his work on the computer, but he's doing like this AR stuff to like help like when the cars are driving themselves. Like he's a genius, like literally a genius.
What he's explaining, he has some technology on the Starbucks table. I had my daughter, I was just taking her to the bathroom, and it was like some shit I hadn't seen before. It was like reading the bone structure of his hand off of a LCD piece of hardware.
So you just caught this in the corner of your eye?
I just walked past and seen it, and I know enough about tech to know that that's not some shit that's out. So I just be like, oh, what is that? And then, you know,
got to talking.
Yeah, we started talking, you know what I'm saying? And he started explaining that it was autonomous driving.
Mm-hmm. Where was this? Right here, the Starbucks I just stopped by, or somewhere else?
We was in LA, we was on Figure Road.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, I agree. I mean, basically, by us sitting down after that meeting,
Yeah.
you know, he basically opened my mind up to how we can, where we intersect as far as tech and as far as hip hop and culture is like
Tech is the oxygen of our society.
right.
I don't think people understand. Like, I'm sure you're gonna understand this. Everybody in this room, looking around, everyone's quite young. We're all gonna live in a mixed reality world. Contact lenses, where we're sitting here right now, fucking Pac and VR, and is sitting right here with us. Like, people don't understand. Like, people think this is like, people have no clue. They think shit's crazy now. We haven't even started. This is the fucking national anthem of a 19-inning game.
Right.
Like, people haven't even wrapped their head around how fucked up shit is gonna be.
Right. I agree.
So you're hardcore AR, like machine learning, all like, is that like, yeah? Are you fucking around with blockchain yet? You enjoying that? You hacking on top of Ethereum yet? Not yet. But it's caught your eye, right? Yeah, that shit's gonna be fucking.
You got your laptop, Mr.? Could you put it in?
Yeah, and then they got some other crazy shit where it's like, you know, everyone's selling stuff online, and they set it up where like when you go, so he has a store, like a successful store, physical store,
Bricks and mortar.
He has a real successful store, and like when you pull the phone up and you put it with the shirt, it starts playing out like the Andre song.
AR.
So there's a reason you have to be in the store, where everyone else is like, yeah, come to my store, it's a meet and greet, I might show up. It's like you actually have to go to the store to get something. Like they're on like the.
Where is that store?
It's on Crenshaw and Slauson.
We need to go there.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
So that's the corner, like that's right, the main intersection in my neighborhood where I grew up at. That's
What was there when you were? What was in that spot when you were a kid?
It was a vacant lot.
The whole time when you were a kid?
Yeah, we used to sell dope in that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And we coined it as the world's first smart store. But it's basically like he was explaining, you know, there's like walls that are content walls. And it has a big logo, the Marathon logo.
So when you go.
Yeah, and there's a,
So your app triggers it?
yeah, so the app is, I just, you know, coded the app. And so basically, what you'll do, and even on the actual, like, say this was a marathon.
Yeah,
center,
of course.
there'll be a
Oh, I know him. I know this whole world real well.
So this the marathon clothing app. It's still
Uh-huh.
So then you'll click
Experience, and then once you point it, it fucking activates.
Exactly.
Yep. And what's really crazy is, you know, the next iPhone has the AR kit built into it naturally,
Right.
so you don't even have to download the app.
Oh, so
It's part of the operating system. Augmented reality.
All right.
So like, you know, on Snapchat when you look at it and all the like cartoons pop up, the way it's all gonna play out, and you know what virtual reality is, right? The way it's probably gonna play out. I mean, I'm not fucking a futurist, but it looks like it is all of us 15 years from now, contact lenses, brain talks to it, and we switch from real life to completely being in a fucking virtual world, or AR, where all the stuff you see on Snapchat and Instagram, like, there's just fucking shit in here. Like, here's the butterfly. Like, that's our life. It really, you know what's really crazy about it is it's just straight up true. Like it's not even like guessing. It's not even like, yeah, it's not Star Trek. It's like everybody here in 20 years, banked, locked and loaded.
What does that mean? What type of businesses are going to be built around it?
Well, what kind of businesses are going to get disrupted, right? Like, if you actually think you're at the Eiffel Tower by just closing your eyes, why go? Right? So then you start thinking about shit like San Diego, right? Like, where are the places where there's just nice weather and it's just chill? If everything's just kind of happening like that, like how expensive is New York City rent? Like that's where you start debating shit like that, right? I think it's all about IP. I think all the pipes are dumb. What you fill it with is everything.
So
Content.
What you said, I think even in my field of like hip hop, I think like when you look at Mickey or Disney, or we look at like Hello Kitty.
Oh, there's so much.
You know what I mean? It's like
Remember Bape the Baping Ape? Like, when Bape was blowing up in like 08, 09, Mike and my brother and I, we had websites. We had something called Bape the Bathing Ape. We were just trying just hacking, because like cartoons scale. Like Vince McMahon makes money on Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Andre's been dead for fucking 20 years. Vince McMahon makes money.
Right.
You know?
Hip hop is the same.
100%.
I don't think that Snoop Dogg is any different than Mickey Mouse.
I totally agree.
You know, and he was content the same way Mickey Mouse was content. He turned into the world, he turned into tangible products, he turned into things that can't be downloaded. I think Ye is doing that with you.
100%.
And, you know, I feel like, to me, I want to be a part of it. I want to be one of the ones that take the cash register for the music and shift and use the music to bring the attention to it.
The music is the leverage.
Right.
And right now, people have to make money. The basic players have to go on tour and make money that way because they're not deploying what you guys are doing. And like, you've got to scale. And they're renting, right? They're putting their name on something, but the company's making all the dollars. But Puma is actually not that hard to replicate, right? Even the next Yeezys is not going to be done with conjunction with Adidas. You know, like, because the infrastructure costs are just not that high. Like, when you start realizing the Kanye part's a hell of a lot harder than making this shit.
That's why I like Big Baller brand. I don't care what nobody say about the ugly ass shoe. I fuck with the model.
I was on ESPN, Sports Nation, yes, 2 days ago. And they brought it, you know, they're like, what do you know, I want my big thing for the last 10 years I've been putting out on the internet, I'm buying the New York Jets. That's my thing. So they started with that. They asked me about Big Baller. I'm like, he's smart. I'm like, look, some of the stuff he pushes a little far, but like, don't get it confused. The essence of what he's doing is exactly right.
Yeah, just the model, not the design.
You know what's crazy? Actually, let me take you somewhere that you're gonna like, based now that I know where your mind's at.
Right.
I'm gonna throw something at the. I want to get everybody's reaction. I think the NBA is the craziest shit. I actually think the way the NBA is structured, that if tomorrow we woke up and heard that Steph Curry, LeBron, Durant, right? 11, 12, let's call it 14 of them. Russ, right? If 14 of them were like, we're out, and now we each are the first 14 teams and our billionaire partner. There's a lot of billionaires out there.
And they're ready to roll.
And they're ready to roll. So, like, if I'm a billionaire and I take Russ and we're co-partners 50-50 because I'm putting up the money, we got to rent arenas, there's all that shit because teams own their arenas, but like,
start it off.
Not the NFL, not baseball, but the NBA. If the top 14 guys left the league and started their own league, they'd win. They've got the leverage. It's top heavy. We aren't gonna fuck with a league where the best player is Porzingis. You know what I mean? Like, and I love Zinger. He's my future, my hope, and I hope he's the best. But like, if the number one player left in the league is Paul George, the NBA is not gonna beat the other league. So like, that's why I fuck with the model, what the balls are doing. People don't understand, as technology continues to change, the leverage changes.
And it's not malicious to me. It's like,
it's business.
It's just it's what the moment demands. If you're aware, you have to go at it like that.
100%.
It's not like I'm trying to have it.
And that's why I'm trying to push you and your young man here and everybody to debate this idea. If the world is in an issue of supply and demand, then why not have the thesis of just fucking pounding out? I have a man following me.
What's the issue with supply and demand?
There's so much supply of content that you can never be overexposed because everybody's getting pulled in so many directions. So the reason nobody wanted to put out so much music before, overexposure. That shit doesn't exist. There's nobody overexposed because everybody's getting pulled in so many directions.
People just evolve to take in more influence.
That's for damn sure. But even at scale, I think that you can't be overexposed as an artist if you're capable of putting out a song every day.
Right.
And that's where everyone's fucked up. Right? You know how it used to be, right? You come out, you do your thing, then you fucking disappear. Gotta keep that balance right. Right? I think that shit's so competitive. There's so much great content. There's so much shit going on that if you've got it like that, you gotta go.
But you know, it's interesting because if you look at what made Future Pop like shit gears, and what made like raw shit gears, and like what was your shit?
So man.
Yeah, what up, bro? So this tight.
Shep, hey, Gary. What's up, man? Real pleasure. How are you? Real pleasure.
It was them pounding, just dropping music, bro.
Dropping music. Look how much fucking music Drake puts out.
Right.
That's a lot of fucking music by standards of what we all grew up with. He's putting out more music in 24 months than people put out in their careers.
I think the X factor is the quality. If you can manufacture.
Well, this comes down to talent, right? Like, this is my thing with you. Like you got to push the boundaries of how talented are you.
Right. I agree.
Right? Like, how talented are you? There's always like, especially something as fucking culturally relevant and as passionate as art. You guys do art. Like, if you